over Jets quarterback Sam Darnold. Second hour, first take, now.
Earlier this week, Doug said, you guys are going to go into Dallas, you guys are going to win. And that drew a lot of waves that he was guaranteeing a victory, which he said he wasn't doing. When you hear him say that, is that, regular, confidence in his team, or is that a message sent to you?
I think, it just demonstrates confidence, and I think more than anything, us as players and in this locker room, the culture we have, we expect to win every time we step on the field. That's just the mindset that we have. We expect to, we always talk about win the day, win the practice, win each week, and so that's just the mindset and the culture that we have, and that's no different every week.
Welcome back to First Take. We're coming to you live from above the Heineken River Deck at Pier 17. Carson Wentz and the Eagles expecting the win against the Cowboys this weekend, echoing the sentiments of his head coach earlier this week. Here's the deal. Philly is 3-3, and Wentz's stats so far this season are also mixed. He comes in 5th in the league in QBR with 12 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, but is 27th in yards per attempt and 29th in completion percentage. Damian Whitty's still here with us. Max, I'll start with you. Is it fair or foul to put Wentz in the MVP talk?
MVP talk? That's foul. That's not fair. MVP, look, he's been up and down. And by the way, QBR is a very good stat. I like QBR. It's not perfect, and this shows you why. Wentz has not been great this season. He's had ups, yes, but also downs. Number one, let's start with the issue for me with Wentz heading into this year. The team was flat when he played last season. The team was juiced when Foles played. So I wanted to see the way the team reacted to Carson. And by the way, there was a report, and that out of the locker room, that Wentz, it's not that he was ill-intentioned. People think he has the good intentions, good work ethic, all that, but didn't really know how to galvanize the troops, how to lead the way Foles did. And you look at things like getting off to a slow start, special teams flat, defense not playing. Those are all kind of like energy, effort kind of things. So I was looking for that. I haven't seen it this year with Wentz. By and large, here and there were signs of it, like against the Packers. But by and large, I feel they've been flat. Second thing, last couple weeks, he hasn't played well. Like, look at the throws themselves. I keep bringing it up. Alshon Jeffrey down the sideline. That should have been a touchdown. He tiptoed. He stepped out of bounds. Great throw by Carson Wentz. 15-yarder to Ertz. I think that was the 4th down play. Great throw. That was it. He was off target. Like, he didn't look good. And I've also brought up the pocket is holding. He feels like it's collapsing. He bails. The pocket's collapsing. He holds it too long. That's just pure pocket presence. That's just awareness that's lacking right now. So when you look at the quality of play, then the Eagles' record, and why? Why is he not doing better than even strategically? They don't have take the lid off type defense. Where's Deshaun Jackson? He's not on the field. Yet he's pretending like Aguilar's that guy. And he's forcing these throws down the field that he should just don't take the deep vertical passes if they're not there. There are lots of he's done well in other respects. He's excellent, right? I'd take him if I had a franchise and Carson Wentz my quarterback, I'm psyched. But based on his play so far this year, plus the way he's leading the team, he's okay. He's not an MVP.
And it's not like the record's that great.
He's not Patrick Mahomes or Russell Wilson or Deshaun Watson
or
right
Christian
now.
McCaffrey.
Or he's not there.
Stephen A?
Well, definitely it's foul. I agree with Max on that part, but I think it's fair if you're talking about the season because I think you have to take this into consideration. A, how did he look before the Minnesota game? There were 2 games that could have that should have easily been won. He beat Atlanta if Nelson Aguilar catches that pass going down the left sideline. The throw to Whiteside against Detroit should have been a touchdown. Those are 2 game winners right there. They should be 5-1 instead of 3-3. Obviously, they wet the bed against Minnesota last week. We get all of that, totally understand that. But the other side to it is that about 13 to 14 passes of his have been flat out dropped. And we've got to take that into consideration as well because his completion percentage should be higher. His yards should be higher. His touchdown to interception ratio should be higher if it were not for those clear, undeniable drops. Now, we also got to take this into consideration. Look at their schedule coming up. Got Dallas this week. They got Buffalo and that defense the following week. They got Chicago and that defense at home on November 3rd. They got a bye week. Then they've got New England and Seattle. We're talking about 5 games. If Carson Wentz has guys catching his passes and he's winning these games, because guess what? They are catching those passes. Then I think we're having a different conversation. But in light of the fact that he's 3-3 right now, there is no denying that he can't. It's kind of foul to sit up there and call him as a part of the or include him in the MVP conversation. I'm just going to tell you that it's not through his fault primarily. It's through the fault of his receivers who can't seem to catch the damn ball. Like I told you yesterday, Max and Ryan Clark. Do I need to go out shopping in Philadelphia, King of Prussia Mall? Do I need to buy them some Velcro, some crazy glue, some stickum, something? All these damn passes they dropping all over the damn place.
First couple
need
games,
to do
yes,
something.
not anymore.
Hopefully they'll
that's
have
not true. It's not the first couple of games.
Back.
They were dropping. Last week
handful of
against
games.
Minnesota, that wasn't the case. Every other game, these guys been dropping passes. It's been awful.
Well, listen, I agree with Stephen A. to a certain degree. I think the drop passes. I mean, it's been light as day. I mean, you could see it. It seemed like game after game, there's been critical drop passes by his receivers. I think his receivers have let him down somewhat. But I do think overall, when you watch the Philadelphia Eagles, there doesn't seem to be a lot of juice with the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know if we've necessarily seen Carson Wentz with, the defensive efficiency going on, particularly in the secondary, just elevate and overcome those type of things. To me, that's what MVP type players do. We haven't really seen that out of Carson Wentz yet. I mean, you look at Deshaun Watson and how he's played and how he's elevated the Houston Texans. My MVP, Russell Wilson, right now is just playing out of his skull, because if you look at the Seattle Seahawks and the plethora of deficiencies they have on their team. Russell Wilson, his ability to just make plays time and time again, particularly in the fourth quarter. He has four fourth quarter comebacks this year. To me, when you see stuff like that, now we're talking MVPs. I just haven't seen it out of Carson Wentz yet. But as you point out, Stephen A., with the schedule that's coming up with the Philadelphia Eagles, he's going to have his opportunity to prove to everyone around the National Football League that he deserves to be in the same sentence as the Russell Wilsons, the Deshaun Watson, the Christian McCaffreys, so on and so forth.
See, I think that's a great point, Stephen A., that Damian just brought up. It's not like, what's the problem with the Philadelphia Eagles? It ain't Carson Wentz. It's team speed, right? Without Deshaun Jackson, and then the secondary is just slow. They're getting beaten all the time. It's not that he's the problem, but if you're an MVP, do something to overcome the problem. And he has not done that. And I think part of that is learning how to lead the team, having that team play with energy and juice, right? Like galvanizing the troops, as you always say.
You got to take it all into consideration, though. You rank 29th against the pass on the defensive side of the ball. You're constantly in a hole because your defense can't stop anybody's passing game. You're not running the football effectively enough, and you don't have Deshaun Jackson. Now, let me say this, because Deshaun Jackson, my man, I've known him for years. I got to ask this question, Damian. Where the hell is he? I mean, I know he's been hurt, but what is this injury? Was an ankle broke? Was a tendon torn? I mean, what the hell is going on? I mean, I thought he went out with a groin injury or something. How long does it take to get back to Deshaun Jackson? Hurry up! Hurry up!
I'm quite sure
where is he?
Well, Steve, now I'm also going to say this now. Like, we talk about, the Philadelphia Eagles defense and the secondary and other issues they have. Patrick Mahomes been dealing with the same type of things. Didn't he deal with that last year? The defense was a sieve and people running through the Kansas City defense. But he just puts this team on his back.
Hold on, Damian.
Can't say it's the coach. Coach won a Super Bowl.
No. There's one thing There's one thing that Patrick Mahomes does not do and has never done. He's never caught them damn passes. Okay? He throwing it to catch. Travis Kelce ain't dropping balls. Tyreek Hill wasn't dropping balls. Sammy Watkins wasn't dropping balls. Kareem Hunt running out of the backfield and catching passes out of the backfield last year before he got on the damn suspended list. He wasn't dropping balls. You got people all Goddard. You've got Nelson Aguilar. You got Alshon Jeffrey. They dropping passes from Whiteside. Who the hell is Whiteside? He was dropping. Like he got the ball thrown to him, and he was dropping balls. And then Deshaun Jackson. Listen, Deshaun Jackson's a bad brother. I'm happy that he's in Philadelphia. The deep threat, we know what he can bring to the table. But Deshaun Jackson, where's the medical report? What's taking you so long?
Why would Deshaun Jackson not want to hurry back? I don't understand.
Where is Deshaun Jackson?
What are you insinuating?
Did he break a leg?
Wait a minute, hold on.
Somebody
now,
tell me something, y'all.
I mean, how many excuses now? Listen, I just listen to you go on this diatribe just now. How many excuses you gonna give for Carson Wentz? I mean, listen, I just brought up Patrick Mahomes from last year. I mean, Patrick Mahomes goes into the game knowing that his defense can't stop a nosebleed, but he does it every single week. He's every single week. He's putting the team on his back, Stephen A.
With a bad wheel.
Did you see Tyreek Hill and those boys perform last year? They weren't dropping passes. That's not a fair comparison. Carson Wentz got catch dropping passes right in their hands and their chest. Come on, man.
By the way,
maybe they need to run the Philly special every play then. Maybe they need to do that. I don't know.
Damian, to be fair.
Max, we gonna go. Max, I keep telling you, we gonna go to King of Pressure, Max. I'll come out of my own pocket, get some Velcro, crazy glue. I don't know what the hell it is.
You got firefighters saving. You got firefighters.
I want to hear from the doctor, Deshaun Jackson's doctor. What the hell is going? You're playing Dallas this week.
You got firefighters saving babies
damn.
out of burning buildings in Philadelphia, saying, "What's going on with Aguilar?"
Yes,
Listen,
Max,
trying to get that line off for like
Here's
last 5
all
minutes.
I know. In the NFC East, the New York Football Giants, without Saquon Barkley, are 2-4 and 1 game out. And you know what? You crying crocodile ears about Odell Beckham. What's the Browns' record?
Molly,
2-4.
You would have found some way to bring the New York Giants into this equation.
1 game out. Stephen A., you heard me.
Max
He's
is
with
right.
me.
Max is right. You got cats in Philadelphia acting like your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, catching people out of windows, but we can't get football players catching passes.
If Spider-Man was working in Philly, he'd be at Aguilar right now.
All right.
How about
The
that?
Panthers have been
Peter
better
Parker, where are you?
without their franchise quarterback. So how do his teammates feel about Cam's absence? Panthers tight end Greg Olsen will tell us in just a few minutes. And the Browns made Baker Mayfield the #1 pick, but should they have taken another quarterback in the 2018 draft? That's coming up later. First take. You heard me. Giants-Browns, same record. No Saquon.